tres, dos, uno. What is up, everybody? It's your boy, the Lo-Fi Horror Guy, today with another video for you. Today, I'm going to do my top favorite collectible, possibly rare, so on and so forth, DVDs and Blu-rays that I have in my collection. I've got quite a few, but these are my top favorite, different reasons, different price ranges, so on and so forth, Blu-rays, DVDs. So, without further ado, we're going to go and kick this off with my first in my collection that I would like to show you guys is the 1986 Maximum Overdrive. Very nice. Now you might say, that movie's not rare, that's not, that's a pretty household name, such and such, so on. This DVD release of it, which is in Anchor Bay, it's rare or a little more sought after because of the cover art. Because the cover art's brutal. It's got the body in the front end of the monster truck there, the semi truck. Very cool. I love this one. I got it a long time ago in a like 4 or 5 pack of Stephen King DVDs. Stephen King actually directed this. It's got Emilio Estevez. It's a sweet Anchor Bay release. You pop this bad boy open. It's got this sweet older 80s cover art that was, I believe, a poster. AC/DC does the whole soundtrack for this movie. I can't really say anything more. Really sweet chapter listing. The actual disc has the old goblin face on it. Very sweet. I love this. 1986's Maximum Overdrive is my first DVD I'm going to share with you guys. My second is going to be the Blu-ray Steelbook edition of 2018's Halloween. Now, we will say this movie was sick. Stupid sick, in fact. This movie was sweet. I loved it. As far as my favorite sequel, I did like Part 2 and I did like Part 3, even though Part 3 didn't have Michael Myers in it. Part 3 was another one of my favorites. I also kind of like H2O. I know. That movie was cool, though, as well. Josh Hartnett in that one. But we're going to go over this one here. This is the Steelbook of Halloween. Still a little bit pricey online as far as if you want to get yourself a copy. Very cool. The lettering is really weird. I really don't know what to say with it. I don't know who come up with that or why they came up with that. I like that it's different, but I hate that it's really goofy and just kind of like out of nowhere. The back art is the old pumpkin, once again, kind of silly. It almost reminds me of like new age tattoo art, sorta, kind of goofy. But then you get inside, you got the old redeem, which I already redeemed, so you guys can't buy it. But you got the 2 discs there. You got Lori and all her glory. That kind of rhymed. You got the 2 discs. Bam, pop those out. Lori with her gun telling Michael, smile, you son of a... Or wait, that was Jaws. I love Jaws, in fact, so we'll go with that anyway. Halloween, anyway, 2018. David Gordon Green directed this very sick movie. The highlight of the movie, I would say, was the long sequence from when he's just going house to house to house. I'm not going to give away too much because I want you to go out and watch it. I love this movie. It was really sick. Jamie Lee Curtis rejoiced us to come back for this one, as well as Judy Greer. And may I say that James Jude Courtney played the majority of Michael Myers in this and did a sweet job. He was pretty killer, if I may say. So, that's number 2. Number 3, tres. We have a remake here of a favorite of mine, but may I say, if not as much, I do like the remake more of 2017's It. Anders Musetti directed this one. Bill Skarsgård plays Pennywise. What more can I really say other than this movie is sick? Comes with a little slip for some sort of cinematic experience there. It's got the double disc. Nothing amazing on the discs. I don't even really remember if there's anything behind here. And there is. Pennywise saying hello. I actually auditioned for Pennywise, and well, no, I can't go on with that story. I didn't. I did just mark the back of this DVD though, which I'm a little bummed about. If you don't notice here, yeah, there's my boy. There he is. I loved this movie. This movie was sweet. My wife and I absolutely loved it. We went and saw it for our anniversary, and then we went and saw it a second time because we loved it so much, and there were so many little Easter egg things that we didn't notice the first time that we saw it that we were like, we need to see this again. So we did. All right, so that is number 3 that I'm going to share with you guys. Number 4 is actually, let's go with saying it's a 2-pack. It's a 2-for-1 deal. If I may say, it's even if we want to go as far as saying that it's a 2-for-1 deal at S-Mart, we're going with the Book of the Dead editions of Sam Raimi's Evil Dead. Very sick. Evil Dead 2, Evil Dead 1, Bruce Campbell comes back in all of his glory. There used to be a button right here that you could push and the book would scream and such and such. So anyway, Book of the Dead 1. You open it up, it's got all of the pages that are bound in written in blood. It's got different pictures, and it's actually different words to where you can go back, and if you kind of read through it, you can see and you can read it. It's words. It's just kind of translated oddly, however they wrote it. Very cool drawings, very cool illustrations. It's got a book back here with old girl, or Linda, I want to say it is, down there. Maybe it's not Linda. I think that's his girlfriend. Cool booklet that comes with it. And then the actual DVD with a chapter selection. The DVD, old Bruce in all his glory. That's a super sick image. That's the first one. May I say, as far as in my collection, as far as DVDs, Blu-rays, and such, these are my favorite packaged of anything that I have. I'm so glad that I held on to these through my years of selling and rebuying and trading. This one, not as many pages, kind of has a couple here. I think they made their impact with the first one, so they're like, well, I'll just go ahead and let this one be a couple of pages and, whatever. Kind of my inspiration for the beginning of the video there. Thank you, Sam Raimi. That's my inspiration for the lo-fi horror guy's swirly look, is when he gets sucked into the Army of Darkness days. Bam. Speaking of which, you got the old time portal right there on the DVD. You got the old chapter selection. Super, super cool. Absolutely love these 2 movies. I could not say enough that I love Evil Dead movies. Once again, my Evil Dead laughing deer. I can't really get a great shot, but the laughing deer head, Evil Dead, super sweet. Okay, now the top 2 are both quite collectible movies, DVDs. The first one, we are going to go with showing you 1989's Clown House. Now, this is the MGM original release of this. Victor Salva is the director. I've been kind of torn as to whether I've wanted to keep this for a long time. It was a gift, and they did not get it at a cheap price, so that's more or less why I've always kept it. It's a cool movie, but the whole premise behind Victor Salva and the sexual allegations on a child in this movie were enough to cringe about. The movie is actually cool, though. It's got old boy Sam Rockwell, who just recently did, he was in 3 Billboards Past Ebbett, Missouri, and that movie was sick. Side art, front art, back art. The original MGM, I don't know if this one originally had an insert in it or not. As I say, I think I got this used. Clown House, the DVD, bam. It's a cool movie. I do love that I have it in my collection, but I also kind of, if people know the story behind it, And if they don't, I just generally don't say anything and just leave it at that. Cool collector's item though. I love that I have that. Number 1. I've had this for quite a while. It has jumped up in price probably quadruply since I originally had got it. It is a cool movie. It is it has its scary moments. It was actually a made-for-TV movie, and the BBC released it. We are going to go with 1989's The Woman in Black. Now, this was the original, let's see, Carlton release, BFS video. I'm not familiar with either of these. They're overseas, I'm assuming. Herbert Wise was the director of this movie. We got the cover art, Woman in Black. Little side art, if you can see that there. Bam. The back. No insert once again, just a plain silver disc with a name on it. But to say I absolutely love that I have this. I will never get rid of this. This thing has gone upwards. I've seen from $100 and some to $200 some. Selling points. This movie is sick. I absolutely love this movie. And I love that I got it when I did, because now it's like quadruple the price to buy it. And your dog's got it, you know what I'm saying? So give your dog a arf arf and a poundin'. So without further ado, that was my top 5, 6, 6, 5, 5, 6, 14, 20, whatever, collection of my favorite DVDs, Blu-rays, so on and so forth in my collection. For a quick band shout out for album of the day, I'm going to go with Incendiary's most recently released album, Thousand Mile Stare. They also have an amazing album beforehand that was The Cost of Living. Incendiary is one of my favorite hardcore bands. They're out of New York. They are sick, they are tough, they are rough. Also out of New York is Backtrack. I just noticed that I had that shirt on. But a quick shout out to Incendiary for being sweet and making great music. Without further ado, this is your boy, the Lo-Fi Horror Guy. Go ahead and give me a ding, give me a dong, give me a bing, give me a bong. Give me a like, give me a share. If you don't, I really don't care. I'm just here to share you some cool horror information and love with y'all fine folks. And if you get the opportunity, check out any of these movies. This is your boy, the Lo-Fi Horror Guy, and I'm going to be signing out with a 3, 2, 1.